Yamaha chip-controlled throttle, also known as YCC-T, is Yamaha's electronic throttle-by-wire system. In this video, we'll show you how to quickly troubleshoot this system. Using the YCC-T diagnostic worksheet available on YDS will also help you accurately locate any failure. This technology allows the ECU to actively control the volume of air being drawn into the engine. This maximizes power while enhancing drivability. Understanding how the system works and using a systematic approach is key to troubleshooting. YCC-T is comprised of several components: the throttle bodies, which are made up of the throttle plates, the acceleration position sensor, APS, the throttle position sensor, TPS, and the YCC-T drive motor. The unit's wiring harness connects these components to the ECU. The first step in troubleshooting is to get the fault codes. If the failure is currently present, the code will be displayed on the unit's gauge during key on. Otherwise, check diag mode number 61. The Yamaha diagnostic tool may also be used on equipped models. Before you begin with any electrical troubleshooting, always verify battery condition. You should always make sure the battery is fully charged before attempting to diagnose electrical or fuel injection problems. When the ECU detects a failure in the system, it will cause the system to shut down, and it will also set a fault code for troubleshooting purposes. When the system is shut down, the ECU will not power the drive motor. Some models may still idle, but will exhibit no throttle response. The TPS monitors the angle of the throttle plates, while the APS monitors the input from the rider. Each sensor has 4 wires, 5 volts from the ECU, ground, and 2 signal wires that return the signal information back to the ECU. Diag mode number 1 and 13 correspond to the TPS. 14 and 15 are for the APS. Checking these diag modes can give us some useful information. Their normal range is around 9 to 23 at closed throttle and 94 to 110 at full throttle. Check the service manual for the specific range for the model you are working on. If the YCC-T system is shut down due to a failure, the ECU will not supply power to the drive motor. To check the working range of the TPS, you will need to manually open the throttle plates. If the pair of diag mode values are 0, this most likely indicates that the 5-volt supply wire is open. Check for voltage at the sensor and then at the ECU. If the supply wire tests okay, test the sensor itself, check the service manual for exact specifications. If only one diag mode indicates 0, this could indicate that the signal wire may be grounded or that the sensor has failed internally. Isolate the wire, verify that it is not shorted to ground or another wire, then replace the sensor and retest. If both values are near their maximum, 125 for most models, this would indicate an open in the ground line or a failed sensor. If only one value is high, inspect that signal wire for an open before replacing the sensor. Be sure and carefully inspect the connector and wires for any damage. Intermittent failures can be difficult to locate, but careful inspection and accurately recreating the conditions that the owner describes when the failure occurs can greatly increase your success. Start by checking the ETV fuse. Reversing the battery terminals during installation is a frequent cause of this failure, but battery connection and condition should also be inspected. The ETV fuse is normally found in the secondary fuse block. To test the drive motor, use the wiring diagram to locate the 2 wires used to power the drive motor. Remove them from the ECU connector and use a 3-volt battery to operate it. 2 C-cell batteries taped in series works great. Never use a 12-volt battery. You will permanently damage the drive motor or its gear system. These parts are not serviceable and are only available with a new throttle body set. Only slight movement is required to verify that the motor is operating correctly. When testing the motor in this manner, the throttle plates will not open fully. If the motor does not move, perform the test again directly at the drive motor connector to verify that the failure is not a wiring or a connection issue. Thanks for watching.